Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. Suleiman Rahim here. That's the covenant, break of seven seals. Time's up, brothers and sisters. Now, abomination of desolation says that there was one sign that was given to this evil generation, sign Jonah. That was the only sign given to them. The sign given to you, the abomination of desolation, because you'll be under attack. Because you're soon to be under attack. A sign of what alerts you. It's an alert sign. Yellow for you. Abomination of desolation. Because under that sign, you have to flee. So a sign is given to you. Flee from them. But no one's talking about it. It's been going on for 2 years now. So-called October 7th. What's going on, which what they call in Gaza, that's the abomination of desolation. Look it up. Abomination. The uprising was put down with great cruelty. Now, the devil's been talking about this for years. They're talking about abomination of desolation. For years. But the way they characterize it, because see, you got a battle between the sealed Bible and the unsealed Bible. The way they characterize it is that false Israel was going to be surrounded and attacked by the Arabs. And they're going to be on their deathbed. Right? And they'll be slaughtered, terrorized, slaughtered, killed. And when they're just about to be totally eradicated, that's when they're going to call on Jesus, who they hate. Oh, we believe in Jesus now. And that's what's going to make Jesus come. That's what it's all about, brothers and sisters. That's going to make Jesus come because they're supposed to be his people. And when they call him, then he'll come and save them and get rid of all the Arabs. That's what he characterized for years. Look up John Benepi and Haig and all those guys. That's what they was preaching for years. You see? Abomination of desolation. That's going to bring on the Jesus. What do they call it? What's the word they call it? They call it, the rapture. They're going to bring on the rapture. So at that time, and then all American Christians going to be pulled up in the sky. That's the rapture. But understand this. The only sign given this wicked generation is the sign of Jonah. Now, I already told you what that sign was. The sign to give it to you was abomination of desolation. The warning sign telling you this hell is about to break loose. And like I said, the way they characterized it, they had it reversed. They said abomination of desolation would be the Jews be under attack. What's happened to in Gaza now, reverse. In other words, it wouldn't be happening to so-called Jews doing to the Arabs. It'd be the opposite. And then when they down to their last breath, oh, Jesus, we believe you now. Comes, and that's when he will come. That's what will bring Jesus on in, right? And then he's going to kill all the Arabs, save the Jews, and it's going to be everlasting kingdom. He goes to war and wipe out all the nations, and then be everlasting. That's the way they've been characterizing it. But when the abomination took, and tells you what happened in Jerusalem, I mean, it's very clear. When it's going to happen, it's going to be at time of the end. It's going to be who's going to be done to, where it's going to be done at. Right? And so you can't get away, but only probably had in reverse. They had in reverse. So that's why you don't hear about it. It's going on right now. The reason you don't hear about it because they can't tell you about it because they've exposed them. Because that shows that it's the false Israel that's doing abomination. They inflicted upon the Arabs instead of the other way around. That means, it says when it happens, right? It says their destruction is nigh. The ones that commit the cruelty, their destruction is nigh. So the way they had is, the Arab destruction, when you say it happened, Arab destruction be nigh because Jews going to, at the last minute, they're going to call on Jesus, and that's going to wipe out all of Arabs, but it's in reverse. And they see, we had that wrong. It's false Israel doing to them. That means Jesus was right to begin with. They're not really Jews. Those call themselves Jews are liars, synagogue of Satan. And Jesus accused them directly, said, no, your father is the devil. Your father's not Abraham. See, that's the irony right there, because that tells you right there. But they still was gone. They dismissed that. They dismissed it. Said, no. They're the one. Because see, that gets into a lot of, that gets into about us. Because the whole thing is about us. Who the true seed of Abraham is. That's the question. The whole scripture is driving that question. Who is the true seed of Abraham? That's what the whole thing is based on. Who is the true seed of Abraham? They say they are. Those who bless Jerusalem, bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse. So that's why it is driving. It says that's still Bible stuff again. Oh, they was blessing them. We got to follow. We got anything they want. We got to give it to them. See? But those who curse Israel, that means the real Israel, they'll be cursed. They say, oh, damn. Because they set false Israel up to keep us from having to realize who we are. That's the big secret. Who is the real identity of Israel? That's the big secret. All the nations are on board with that secret. Everybody knows who we are except us. Everybody knows who we are except us. And they want to keep it that way. That's why I said false Israel up 1948, because Elijah Muhammad was announcing after Master Farmer taught him that we choose Abraham. So, and they said, hey, because that's a unifying force. He was unifying black people, original black people, under that vision. The vision of going home. The vision that we choose Abraham. The vision of separation, finally free. So he was uniting us under that vision. And they had to say, shut that vision down, snuff it out. See? That's what that's all about. That's why I said to them, because for 2,000 years they was hating each other. The people that call themselves Jews and Christians was hating each other for 2,000 years. And they were actually wiping them out, burning them up days before. And then suddenly all say love them because of Elijah Muhammad. But they don't want us to know who we are. You understand? So think about that. So now, abomination desolation, that's the sign for you. But they don't want you to know that sign. That's why I don't speak to it, because, if they speak to it, they'll reveal. That's why you're not talking about it. It's right there for the whole world to see. The whole world is reacting to what's happening over there. And some means the whole world, this is a sign. There's nothing been like this in your lifetime, a situation where everybody's whole world is involved in it. The whole world is involved in what's going on over there in Gaza. That means everybody knows about it except you. Everybody knows about it except you. Because you're interested in NFL and NBA, but most of you don't know how to spell anyway. But that's a distraction to keep you from seeing the trap they're setting for you. Because that's your sign. Abomination of desolation, that's your sign. That's what's going on over there. Because they tell you about it, that means that you realize that they're false, because they're the ones that's going to be destroyed. If Jesus returns, you return it for you. If you're going to go along that line, your salvation, the Messiah, there's no story altogether. But the point is, abomination desolation is going on right now. That's a sign of the end, a sign of your redemption. It's one sign, but they're going to try to stop you, and that's to tell you, hey, you're about to, it's like, she's in labor, she's about to give birth. Say, oh, it's about to happen. The war's broke. It's about to happen. And you got somebody say, no, abort it. But they didn't want to abort you. They're trying to abort you before you give birth. That's a sign of abomination, desolation. So let me go into a little bit deeper. Listen to this. Listen, I'm going to play here. I've been warning about this for years. Go out there. Unless they give platform anytime soon, go out there. I've been talking about abomination, desolation. This event right now for years. Many years. Going back 5, 10, 15 years. Abomination, desolation. And now it's in front of you and you don't see it. It's a sign for you. And the reason why a lot of you are going to be lost, because you don't know that sign. That's why some of you are going to flee in panic. That you won't be able to go in your house and get your baby. You won't be able to text. You'll be doing that. You have to run for your life because you didn't see the sign until it was too late. So now you got to flee in panic. So if you saw the sign, pay attention, you would have been prepared, and you've been out of the way before they come after you. You had a way to protect yourself, to guard yourself from it. Let's play this, and let me give you some idea, brothers. Just look at this.
Clip of this lady that was stopped.
They kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested and detained me for 2 days, and I was put in county jail. ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID, and while they were asking me to see the ID, that man, he called me the N-word. They pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. And I was screaming. I was crying. I was so scared. I've never been arrested in my life. I don't have a criminal record. I have a clean record. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And God bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gashes on her face. They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying because she was so scared because she was with her dog. She was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight, and I'll never forget the fear that we both felt in our hearts that day.
Both of them born in the United States of America. Thank you, Justice Kavanaugh, for the infamous Kavanaugh stop. Oh, they ask you for your papers. It's no big deal. Who the hell carries papers in America? We haven't done that in 250 years.
Judge, how far are we from that girl in Gaza who was in that car for hours, hurt, on a cell phone, called an ambulance. The ambulance approached. The Israelis blew the ambulance up, and ultimately they wound up, as I recall, killing the little girl too. How far are we now from that? Because that's where Israel is right now.
Wow. You know what? We got to end on something a little like a clip.
Now, brothers and sisters, I've been warning you. Okay? I don't want your money. I don't want anything from you. I'm just here to warn you. I'm the watcher. Farrakhan, how come he's not meant? He said, God told me to shut up. Now, what you just saw right here, it said even the rocks will cry out. That's devils, even they see it. You make the connection? I told you that woman, she's black woman, original, a citizen of America, born here. They stopped her. Why? Because they checking. They if you're black, they stop you. Well, if you ain't white, they stop you. I told you this whole thing is setting you up because what they're doing is they're preparing to take you down. He connected what's happening here to us Gaza. I told you Gaza is just a training, preparing them for what they're going to do to you here. They're going to make closing on you instead of come here as a snare. Right? So it's, when you go into a bit, you go to a boxer, you go to any kind of contest, football, boxing, whatever, you got to train first. They train you on dummies before you go to the real thing. That's what's going on right now. What's going on in Gaza is America. You talking about fathers? Yeah, they're involved, but America is more involved than them because America stop it if they want to because they were supplying the bullets and the gun. So they were just pulling the trigger. With no gun, no trigger, they couldn't do it. So America's more responsible than they are. Why are they doing it? Because they're practicing on what they're going to do to you here. They even made the connection. What they plan to do to you here. They got to close on, they got to get rid of you. They have no choice. I explained to you about how AI thing works and another and your resurrect all these. I'm not going to go into all that kind of detail today. But that's what it's about. They plan on getting rid of you, and that's just a practice. They're practicing, and so now I told you. I told you even months ago. Trump getting closer and closer and closer. Because first was, we're just going to get aliens. And most of the Supreme Court, they won't. That's obviously violation. Who would you? They won't talk about it because they're all on board with it. They're all on board with it. All the you hear even the Senate and the Republicans, even the so-called Black Caucus, none are talking about it because all they demons are all on board with it. Farrakhan told to shut up, keep your damn mouth shut because he's on board with it. They're all paid. They're all agents. They paid to keep their mouth shut because they're closing on you. That's why he keep so quiet. Why he not speaking to it? Come on, he talked to God. How you can't see the abomination of desolation? They're all on board. You're gonna find in a minute, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, I will." I'm not gonna say I told you so. I don't need to. You're going to tell yourself that while they stick you in the oven. That's what the plan is. They build detention centers. They learn how to round you up. They call her a nigger. What do they call a nigger for? Why they stop her? Keep showing situations where white people and black people, and they stop the people, and they white together. They ask all the black people, right, or all the people of color, their identification. They don't ask the white folks for it. See? They're practicing the closing on you. And Farrakhan told us, shut up. Why? Ask yourself a question. Those of you who have eyes to see and want to see, if he's claiming this is a time of intense trouble, he's talking to God, then why would God tell him to shut up? When that's when you need the light, when it gets dark. That's when you need a light. When you don't need a light in the daytime. You don't need a flashlight in the daytime. You don't need a candlelight in the daytime. You need it at nighttime. So he said, okay, when nighttime comes, turn the lights out. What the hell does that mean? He should be talking. Now, he's not talking to no damn thing. Secondly, he's told to shut up because they're closing on you. Why would he tell them to shut up at this time of intense darkness? They admit it. It's time of intense dark, unprecedented trouble, and he's supposed to be the watchman. How would you hire a watchman that couldn't talk? He can see trouble, but he can't tell you this is coming. Okay, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, it's no skill on my back. If you get lost, that's on you. I didn't ask you to come over here. I don't want any followers. That's the last thing I want. Do I look like I'm trying to get you followers here? I'm trying to watch me give you information. I'm going to give you information to warn you. As a warner. It says some men will warn. These other clowns warn you? These other clowns. These clowns warning you? He ain't warning you anything. So how is he the Messiah and he's told to be quiet? Hold on, brothers and sisters. What's that? Hold on a second, brothers and sisters. Let me see what this is here. I remember that, brothers and sisters, 'cause I'm expecting something very important. At any rate, it's up to you, brothers and sisters. You're wasting time. That's why Muhammad showed up. You stick with him, Elijah showed up, you stick with him, fell with Farrakhan. He's the light, but yet still now when you need the light, you say, oh, guys, shut up. For 40-some years, he's taking money from you. He's a multi-millionaire. He hasn't produced a goddamn thing. Him and his son, go on, brothers and sisters.
The clip of this lady that was stopped.
They kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested and detained me for 2 days, and I was put in county jail. ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID, and while they were asking me to see the ID, that man he called me the N-word. They pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. And I was screaming. I was crying. I was so scared. I've never been arrested in my life. I don't have a criminal record. I have a clean record. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And God bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gashes on her face. They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying because she was so scared because she was with her dog. She was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight, and I'll never forget the fear that we both felt in our hearts that day.
Both of them born in the United States of America. Thank you, Justice Kavanaugh, for the infamous Kavanaugh stop. Oh, they ask you for your papers. It's no big deal. Who the hell carries papers in America? We haven't done that in 250 years.
Judge, how far are we from that girl in Gaza who was in that car for hours, hurt, on a cell phone, called an ambulance. The ambulance approached. The Israelis blew the ambulance up, and ultimately they wound up, as I recall, killing the little girl too. How far are we now from that? Because that's where Israel is right now.
Wow.
You know, brothers and sisters, especially brothers out there, say if you're a man, instead of got your head stuck up NFL, NBA ass, right? Smoking weed, fishing up with the devils. I see him at the gym in Carolina. Let me see. Hey, bro. See, if you was a man, they'd be fucking scared to fuck around our sisters. They do it right in front of your face. These sisters should not be terrorized. We're a nation. Our women should not be terrorized by these devils. Should be there crying because somebody's ass will be on the line right now. If we're men taking care of business, they'd be scared to death to fuck with our women. That's going to happen in a minute. That's going to happen in a minute. Because some brothers going to rise up in a minute. And when they get finished, these clowns will never fuck with another black woman ever again. They won't even think of it. That's sad. All of nations laugh at us. And you out there fish bumping. Hey, bro, how you doing, bro? These devils. Got Farrakhan kissing on them. I mean, they are brothers. We see in a minute. Pathetic. It's going to change in a minute. Mass Prophet going to make a move. When he make his move, you're going to get it. You'll get the idea. Kiss him, look at him. That's his husband. You know, he's putting shit in the bag to castrate his ass. He's kissing on him. No, I mean, look intimate to me. Sick. So yeah, he loves it here. Listen to what he has to say about it. He loves it here. Listen to him.
I believe that America can be beautiful. How can America be made beautiful? Now, family, listen. My brother Imam Wadakuddin and I have had disagreement. But his followers and mine have never given each other as much as a bloody nose. Because in spite of our differences, there's a deep love in us. We don't like the things about our nation that is not good, but I don't want to live anywhere else. I want America to be made right. I don't want to see America go the way of Rome and Babylon and Sodom and Gomorrah. But why won't she go that way? If the men of religion and the women of religion keep silent.
In his own words, brothers and sisters, contrary to everything Elijah Muhammad said, contrary to everything the lessons say, they said 100% wicked cannot be reformed. Babylon be destroyed. Said it could be healed, but it was not destroyed. God hates it. Said he's going to judge it, destroy it. But he loves it. He wants to stay here. He don't. And God says, we're leaving here. He's the Messiah that's supposed to deliver us home. But how are you going to do that if he wants to stay here? So he's going to take us home and come back here? That works? The Messiah is supposed to deliver us out of hell, out of bondage, because we're a slave nation. Anybody who controls your energy is your master. You're a slave to anyone who controls your energy. They control our energy. They tell us what to do. They control our energy. We work for them for profit. We work for them. We do what they tell us to do. We're a slave nation. He says we're a nation, right? So, but if we're a nation, then why should we be independent, sovereign, free? But he wants to stay here. Remember, he said we're a nation. He's a leader. How would a leader of a nation tell you to stay in prison to another nation? If he say he's a leader of the nation of Islam, a nation, then why does he want us to stay here in prison to another nation? See the bullshit? That's why the people with him, they have nothing to say. And Suleiman, the messenger, son of man, whatever you want to call him, will have not a goddamn thing to say to them because there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say to them. There's nothing to say to them because this is so clear. You ask him one question, if you ask him anything, I wouldn't even waste time doing that. Give me one verse that proves in Scripture or the Quran that he's Messiah, as he says. Just one verse. They can't. I'm not even wasting time doing that because I know they can't. Because ain't no way in the world you beat him if you just read anything. You read the lessons, he's out. You read Muhammad speaks, right? Any of the scriptures, he's out. He's out. Okay? Read the Quran, anything, he's out. Read any mess of Batman, how you live, slaves arrive, he's out. So how the hell you with him? Because you're a demon, or you're just a total idiot, or you're agent. Just read this. It says right there. It says they're 100% wicked. Will not obey the laws of Islam. His ways and actions like a snake are grafted. So Muhammad learned he could not reform the devils. That sound like that's Master Muhammad talking. That sound like Farrakhan's in sync with that? Okay, let's move on, brothers and sisters. That's his father. Look at Wikipedia, Google, whatever. It's right there. There's his father. Virtual clock. He look like a light-skinned Jamaican to you? That's his father. He says his father, his grandfather, his father's father is a white Caucasian Portuguese Jew. That's what he says. So that would make his father that. So that means he's not a seed of Abraham, is he? It means he's seed of a devil. That means he's a devil in black face. Look at it. See resemblance? That's his daddy. So that promise of the promised land, the promise of the vision, does not apply to him because he's not the seed of Abraham. So he's against it. And he's against you. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. It's not him. It's his father. Virtual clock. We claim he raped his mama. So like father, like son. Now he's raping the Nation of Islam.
When the Muslims were alive, I'll say it again. When the Muslims were alive, you dead as hell now on both sides.
Yes, sir, brother Millie. Yes, we are. Yes, sir. That's real, brother Millie. Both sides.
Wake us up, dear Apostle.
When we was alive, we set up schools.
That's right.
When we were alive, we had supermarkets.
That's right.
We owned buildings. We owned farmland. We were busy doing something, hiring our people. Well, I'm telling the Muslims, damn it, if you don't come alive, you will die like you are. And I will say, thank you, Allah, because if they're not doing nothing on top of the earth, let the worms eat their ass.
Let the worms eat your ass. The Muslims, both sides, male and female, the ones that made him multimillionaire, the ones got him in $1,000 suits, $10,000 rings on his finger. See? Living in a mansion, many mansions. Those ones, I pray Allah, the worms eat your ass. But for the devils who've been raping our women, torturing us, deceiving us, terrorizing us for hundreds of years. Oh, no. I want to stay here. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Oh, God, don't do nothing to him. You know, just forget him. We'll make them great. We'll make them good. See, but you, fuck y'all. I hope pray Allah the worms eat y'all fucking ass. That's in his own words. That's the attitude he got for you. But for myself, now remember, after all that, well, he got love for them. But you, just because you ain't putting enough steak on his plate and putting enough suit on his back, enough ring on his finger, I pray Allah will eat. Have worms eat your goddamn ass. You ain't done nothing to him personally, right? The devil's done that personally to us. But you just didn't put enough steak on his plate, no suit on his back, and he put a lot of worms eat your goddamn ass. And he neglected to say, when the Muslim was alive, how did they die? You killed them. You and Wallace, I was there. You and Wallace killed you, got rid of the Nation of Islam, and ripped you off all his assets. And left the beast with nothing. Nothing. So you don't want to kill them when they was alive. How they die? You and Wallace did it together. And then, well, when you was allowed to hear these, why do we have those things? Because the brothers, the sisters, they supported the brothers. We had them out on the street selling papers, doing fundraisers. We had sisters doing that. Sisters was taking care of their families, taking care of their children, right? Taking care of their families, right? The brothers out there doing the work, taking care of their women, taking care of their children, defending their women, defending their children. No shit like that happened to a sister not long as the brothers was around. These are not our sisters. And in fact, we would even let it happen to a lost spouse sister if then went down with who's around and somebody was going to jail. Somebody was going to the damn cemetery. You gonna fuck with our women like that? No, that wasn't gonna happen. I'm telling you, I was there. That would not have happened. Plus, she's a Muslim too. I didn't know when that was gonna happen. In fact, if that was happening if that was happening while Light was around, there wouldn't be no news conference. There wouldn't be no news conference. There'd be a goddamn funeral for the people that did that. That's the way we rolled when Elijah Muhammad was here, and when Elijah Muhammad was a leader. That's why we had stores and banks, because we worked hard and gave him the finance, and he came and said, build this, build that. He used it for that. He didn't put it in his pocket. He wasn't a multimillionaire. He built it. We gave him the finance to do it. He built it. Built a bank, his store, did farms. He was a leader. But Farrakhan, they gave him the money. He put it in his goddamn pocket. He didn't produce nothing. Then he goes, because we had a leader. It's like, somebody leads you through the jungle. They say, okay, I'm going to hire you, the guys through the jungle. Okay. Now we're paying them the guys through the jungle, right? He said, I know. They're halfway through, man. Everybody's lost. So what happened? Don't you know we are? Don't y'all know we are? Y'all dumbass niggas. We lost. Yeah, but we got it. I don't give a damn. It's lost. You're stupid. You're ignorant. Yeah, but who's paying you them leaders? You're stupid. You're ignorant. See? Because he blamed the believer for not having those things. Because he didn't take the money and invest in those things. He invested in his damn pocket. That's why he's pissing shit in a bag right now. The ones touched right there in Malachi, the ones robbing the nation, be cursed. Tell me that's not a curse. He's pissing his shit in the bag. He can't wipe his own ass. They castrated his ass. They blew his ass up with cancer at 55. Tell me that's not a curse. Time is up, brothers and sisters. Time is up. You're going to see in a minute. Time is over. The fact that these people are talking about Trump going to make that move, they said any day now. He's already attacked. He threw a punch, but Iran blocked it. See? So you do a flurry, right? You do a punch, do left, you do a right hook, then you're going to do an uppercut. They blocked the hook. So now they come with the uppercut, and that's when they going to get that damn neck broke. Oh, it's here. The war started. I mean, what's happening? Hey, wait till the war started. They over there started riots over there. They had the Mossad and everything over there trying to stabilize. That was set up. They were trying to stabilize the country so they could come in into that right hook. But Iran was ready to block it. So now the war's on. I know, you're going to see. You're going to see in a minute. I miss desolation. Time of trouble. It says time of trouble. He's supposed to be quiet. Boy, I tell you. Anybody's with him, if they ain't demons, we don't care because they too damn ignorant. We'll be no ignorant idiots in the hereafter. Won't be, at least it won't be amongst us. Be in a cave somewhere. Like Elijah Muhammad said, truth is made so clear and the fool will err. So I mean, we no fools, be no fools in our kingdom. If you can't see Farrakhan, you're not a demon. Ain't no way in the world you're going to survive. If you make it, we're going to put your ass in the cage. Or you certified idiot. Just read Exodus. What Exodus tell you? Said Aaron was no goddamn good. Said Elijah's seat. Exactly what they did. They robbed the nation. Not the Benjamins, took off, let the sheep abandon. Farrakhan would abandon the sheep. That's exactly what he did. He missed it. He said the people went crazy. Some went back to jail. Some started selling dope. Everything else. He took the man ran. He had to go dig him out. The wolves came. He took off. He put some of the sheep back to wolves to distract them and get him. Stinking ass coward. Farrakhan.
$5,000. Cash payment to anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil Farrakhan is preaching is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom, of Master Fard Muhammad Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher Master Fard's teachings.
See, they're in trouble with their brothers and sisters. I'm kicking their ass. But it's been over years, and no one stepped up. They call me names, send me nasty grams, text messages, but they never come and challenge on this to collect the 5,000. But they claim that's what they're doing. Well, how can they come and collect the 5,000 and shut me up? Because I'm kicking their ass. They can't. So they're all lies over there. And time is up. Time is up. Time is up, brothers and sisters. See, if you only understood, time is up. Their time is over. Okay? They're in free fall right now. You drop an egg off a 10-story building. Once you let it go, is the egg broke? Would you consider it broke? Once you let it go out your hand, would you consider it broke? Hit the ground yet, but would you consider it broke? That's they are right now. Crash and burn. They don't crash hard. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Okay, let me, again, brothers and sisters, Sulaiman Rahim here, Master Covenant, Breaker of 7 Seals. So I'm going to try to follow from yesterday, but that's what I'm going to be talking about. No more regular presentations, brothers and sisters. That's over. My ministry is over. That part of my ministry is over. Right? We're at war right now. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. That next few days, that's all it's going to be. Next few days, when they made that fatal error, Well, I'm not going to characterize it because there's much about I haven't told you yet. I can't. I mean, I can, but I won't. Because I'm talking to you, I'm talking to them too. But the movies, further errors might be made. But, well, let me leave it like that. But the bottom line is, right? The so-called Middle East, war in heaven, is about the nuclear explosion. Now, I know it's not going to be a nuclear bomb, but that's their planning. Even the devil said, because they know I explain all the reasons why they need to take out Iran. They know the only way they can do it, they're going to have to drop a nuclear bomb on them. But they're not going to be able to do that because that's from Muhammad, Michael and his angels. That's the reason why he doesn't need a mother plane. The reason why a mother plane, to make sure they don't change the quality of what they leave behind. I keep talking about quality and quantity. No, we're gonna inherit the earth, but we're gonna inherit the earth, burn the crispy crunch, irradiate it. That's what that vehicle is for, right? To make sure they're not able to do that. He's dealing with the quality, not the quantity. He's dealing with quality. Make sure the earth is not. We don't inherit a wasteland. But we're going to inherit it. And they're going to try to turn it into a wasteland on their way out. If they can't have it, nobody can have it. That's their attitude. So let me play a couple of things here, brothers and sisters. That's what I'm going to be talking about. Because this war it's already started. It's not resuming. It's already started. But Iran blocked it last week. So now they get ready to throw like I say, they get ready to throw a second punch. They're planning it right now. They move ships and everything. I'm not going to get into that, brothers. I'm just going to give you basic information. Like some of you they're blocking it. Those that's guilty of blocking it. Oh, man. That's these clouds I'm going to show you about right now. That's blocking this information. When judgment comes, they're going to ask, hey, most grievous chastisement. But see, some of our people be lost for lack of knowledge. Well, if that's the case because they didn't get the knowledge in time, somebody's got to be responsible for that. It's not me because I'm on the case 24/7. These counts are blocking it. Okay, let me move on, brothers and sisters. See, Farrakhan said, see, he said, devil's our brother. Here's a picture. That's not Photoshop. I showed someone a couple of years ago. Oh, man, that's Photoshop. Farrakhan did that. No, it's not Photoshop. That's real. We got Farrakhan even talking about. We got the video where he actually does this. They said, well, it's not. We call it. He's so stupid, right? Well, this, he's kissing on him, right? Oh, this is not a gay thing. What you call it? Whatever. Let's move on. Why kissing on? That has something to do with Elijah Muhammad and that's from Muhammad? Really? Let's move on, brothers and sisters.
I gotta do this. Do you mind? Yes, I'm gonna do something. I don't want to put my brother on the spot. See, this is this. This is something else. Love and faith transcends color. And the reason why we embrace Father Flager as a brother is because we find him on the battlefield of justice being being a true disciple of Jesus. And the last thing I'll say is you'll never call us racist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because this day that we honor
Yes, sir.
Master Fard Muhammad, if you see an image of him, put his image up.
Yes, sir.
That's the man whose father was a black man and his mother a Caucasian. And how many of us have a parent that's a Caucasian or grandparent? It's not about color. It's about our submission to the will of God. And in that we find common ground and unity.
Yes, sir.
So I'm only one shade lighter than you, so. And Mustafa may be 4 more shades lighter. We a family.
Yes, sir.
Let's stay a family and be a family and love each other as God would have us to love each other. We love you, Father. Happy Savior's Day. Thank you. I had to do that. We love you.
One more time, brother.
That has anything to do with Master Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad? Really? Show me. Show me how that is have anything with them. Like I said, their whole idea is to snuff out the light Elijah Muhammad left behind. And that's why he had put Farrakhan. So they used Elijah's. You want to catch trout, you need trout bait. Right? You want to catch mullet, you need mullet bait. Right? You want to catch salmon, you need salmon bait. So you want to catch people that might have the light of Elijah, you need Elijah bait. So, hey, Elijah, they're not representing Elijah, that's the bait to bring you in. So once they get, because once the fish take the bait, then they're on the hook. That's the end of that. So once you get in there, you bite down, and you come in there, you don't get Elijah. You don't get Master Muhammad. You get L. Ron Hubbard. You get all this bullshit. Okay? End up on Farrakhan's dinner plate, making them rich. Move on, brothers and sisters.
Do you then believe in a part of the book and disbelieve in the other? What then is the reward of such among you as do this but disgrace in the life of this world, and on the day of resurrection they shall be sent back to the most grievous chastisement? And Allah is not heedless of what you do. 86 These are they who buy the life of this world for the hereafter, so their chastisement shall not be lightened, nor shall they be helped.
Okay, brothers and sisters, those who being part of the book and disbelieve the other. Being part of the book and disbelieve the other. Again, being part of the book, disbelieve the other. Now, I should have put that there. Quote it. But they quote. Well, the second verse, surah in the Quran, right? It says, in the name of this book, there's no doubt in it. Means that's Allah speaking. It's God to keep your duty, be not seen, keep a prayer, and spin out what we've given them. Be that revealed before thee, revealed to thee, and that revealed before thee. That was revealed to thee. If I may be paraphrasing, but it says that was revealed to thee. You have to believe in that was revealed to thee, the Quran, and that was revealed before thee, the Bible. That's what God says. This book, there's no doubt in it. That's God speaking. He said you have to believe in the book that was revealed to thee, the Quran, revealed before thee, the Bible. But they said, oh no, the Bible is corrupt. See, the reason why they did that Sunday, and they did a lot of those things, but people most don't pay attention to, because they had to kind of like shut the Bible down. Because the Bible is killing Farrakhan. Still unsealed is killing them. So they shut it down. Oh, it was corrupt. See, and it's distorted because they say, well, see, because they twist things around. So yeah, they're trying to say Farrakhan is bad, but he's really good. In other words, they want to put their interpretation on it. Because they say Aaron was good. How in the hell can you say Aaron was good when it tells you clearly he was no goddamn good? But see, that's how they want to store it. Because the Bible's killing them. So, there's something wrong with it. But the Bible, Christ says, you got to believe in it. You got to believe in both of them. Revealed to you and before for you. They say, oh, so they call God a liar right there, aren't they? He says, no doubt in it. See, we believe in the whole book, all of it. Yeah, there's bad translations, right? But we still believe in all of it. The translation, right? Maybe a little distorted, but the point is, you still have the manuscripts. You can verify it. You don't see me say, well, we don't believe this part, or they don't believe in all of it. And the angel explains it. But we got Angel Key. You don't have to worry about the translations. Angel Key straightens all that out without distorting anything. So we want to so let's look and see if they're guilty of this. Let's look into it. You know, believing part of the book and disbelieving the other, right? You're supposed to believe it all of it or leave it all alone. Leave it all alone or leave all of it. So let's see if that's the case. Most grievous chastisement. That's how much Allah, God hates them. Because he said he's not going to give a chastisement, but to get the most grievous chastisement. Oh. Okay, Messenger of the Covenant. Let's look into that.
Malachi 3:1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts.
This is what the God says. He said this is going to happen. That's he said it's going to happen. But Farrakhan said, no, it ain't going to happen. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because look here. This is the messenger, Elijah, right? But there's another messenger. There's no Elijah, last messenger. You don't know what he's talking about. That's what Farrakhan telling you. Because he's telling you Elijah's last messenger, the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam. Ain't no messenger after him. That's what they're telling you. But what is this? Is that misspelled? And the double to make sure you understand, he says it's two different ones because he comes to this messenger's temple. He comes so it's two messengers. This one comes, this temple. So he comes in while this was still the messenger, while he's still on post. This one shows up. But that's the one you should be seeking. Not the first one, the second one. He's the one that comes to fill the covenant, the one you delight in. But they don't say this one don't exist. They never mention this one. You ever heard him mention the covenant? So they call him God a liar. Because he said he coming. He said, no, ain't nobody coming after Elijah. Isn't that what they're saying? So maybe they saying this is the part we believe in, this part we don't believe in. Hey, don't believe in this. You have to believe in this, and believe before you and before believe it to you and before you. You have to believe in all of it. We don't believe this part of the book. Was grievous chastisement. That's the messenger of the covenant. They never mention them. Okay, let's go a little further. So let's see what the covenant is. He's the messenger of.
Genesis 15:12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and, lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. 13. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 14. And also that nation, whom they shall serve, will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance.
Notice he said the seed, well, Farrakhan follows the devil, so it doesn't apply to him. And then it says, right, we're stranger land is not out. But they say, it's our land. We deserve it. We're for it. That's what they're saying. That's not what God's saying. He says he's going to judge this nation. I don't want to judge America. I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge America. I'm up here. God says he's going to judge. I don't want to judge America. Okay? And they'll come out with great, oh, no, we ain't going nowhere. You mean we say come out, that means come out her name, come out religion. That's what they're saying. But they do talk to this. But that's their interpretation of it. Okay? So let's see what the rest of say. Genesis 15, right? See, they believe this part. They had the interpretation of it, but what about the rest of the part? The rest of it.
Genesis 15. 18. In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
Uh-oh. That's God's covenant. That means that's involved the word, his word. That can't be changed. We make a covenant with you, it can't be changed. It's impossible. It'd be easier, right, to put out the sun than for that word not to be fulfilled. But that's his covenant, his word. But he says, hey, as far as the hell with that, you don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because we ain't going nowhere. Oh, so Farrakhan's the best knower then. So God's word don't mean shit. According to him, because that's what God's word, he made a covenant. He said, no, I don't believe that. You don't know what he's talking about. That's what Farrakhan said, we ain't going nowhere. So he called God a liar. God's misinformed. You don't know what he's talking about. But we're not going nowhere. But they believe the other part, don't believe this part, and they never mention it. They never mention the message of the covenant, and don't mention the covenant. Why? There's a conspiracy there. Connection. They're both connected. They never mention either one of them. The message of the covenant nor the covenant. Let's see if we find the identity of the message of the covenant. See if they mention that. Oh, he's using that dirty language. Yeah. Bye. It bothers you by. Think about that when they have you eating shit. See how bad the language was then. But that's what would happen to some of you. But they catch you. And says something lost for lack of knowledge. How do you think they're lost? You don't want to be lost during tribulation. You don't want to be lost during tribulation. Those pills get a hold of you. You don't want that. That's what tell you to flee and panic. Don't look back. Don't ain't go back and get a child. Don't go just. If they get a hold of you, you don't want that. You don't want that. But some of you are going to fall in that situation. Okay, let's read this.
1. Now after the death of Moses the servant of the Lord it came to pass, that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, To Moses my servant is dead, now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou, and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. 3. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. 4. From the wilderness and this Lebanon even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast.
Okay, brothers and sisters, what happened to Aaron? The one that says post Farrakhan. No, they bypassed him. Why? Because you read Exodus, he was killed in the wilderness. He didn't make it to the promised land. Why? He's the Messiah. Well, he didn't make it. He died in the wilderness, and all his followers with him. So it passed from him to Joshua. But Joshua, he's the Messiah. But they don't mention him either. So they don't mention, he's the one who will take you home to the promised land, Arabia. It says right here, River Euphrates. So there you got it. You got the message of the covenant, you got the covenant, and you got the identity of the message of the covenant. But they never mention none of those. They actually call God alive every situation. We went through the Holocaust, right? And we promised if we make that sacrifice, this is what we get. If we submit, that's the reward we get. And submit. If we submit to Adam, that's the reward. But they say, we ain't getting no reward. So I could say, no, you don't deserve no reward because you're sinful. You was punished. You wasn't sacrificed. You were punished. It was the jinn that was punished, not us. You was punished. You're wicked. You're sinful. You're stupid. That's Farrakhan. So you don't get a reward for being stupid, sinful, and wicked. So they don't mention it. But that's what they think about you. See, I hope the worms, I pray a lot of worms eat your ass. But Master, I love Master, Daddy, Master. Oh, Master, I love you, Master. I wasn't having to Master. Remember with Django? When the capital got shot? He all kinds of love for him, but he wanted to kill the other guy. Because they're demons. They're devils in black skin. You know, back in the 20s, back during that time in the 30s, you used to take a devil and put black face on to mock black people, to act like, you know, that kind of stuff. You remember you heard Al Jolson? See, he was a Jew. Very popular when he made millions of dollars. Blackface. They don't need it anymore. They got Farrakhan. They got Wesley Snipes. See, they got Morgan Freeman. See? They are those guys. They don't need them. They got the real thing now. See? Devils in blackface. And Farrakhan's the chief one. His Legion. Louis Eugene Grounds, NOI backwards. They make this stuff so, brothers and sisters. Legion. Top demon. Okay? So they don't mention message of the covenant. They don't mention the covenant, and they don't mention the identity and the message of the covenant. Why? Because it's conspiracy. Because they don't want you to know. Farrakhan, remember, Farrakhan's the one in control. He's not controlled. They control him. He's the one that's guiding you along these lines, and he's supposed to be the Messiah. So if he's the Messiah, those three things he will tell you. Those three things he wants you to know, because that's what Messiah does. He's the one you should be seeking. Oh, yo, he's the one be seeking. He's the one going to take you home. He's the one going to fulfill the covenant. That's what Messiah does, but that's the Messiah's mission. That's his calling, but Farrakhan doesn't mention any of it. So how in the hell is Messiah? Yeah, let's move on.
Five. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
That's the promise given to the real Messiah, Joshua, Sulaiman. And the damn thing happened to him. See? 77 years old yesterday. He got his ass blew up with cancer. He's not cursed. In good health, strong, healthy, on a mission. He's not silent. See? And that's the promise of God. He can protect himself. He said, no, the God said, oh, well, yeah, okay, I got your back anyway. I got your back anyway. This guy, he got double bulletproof vest, and put that away. I got your back anyway. Who had Farrakhan's back when they blew his ass up with cancer, with radiation tablets? They said, well, it was an accident. Well, why couldn't God win it but prevent it? Was he forsaken? Who's with him? Right now he's in a wheelchair. Whoa. God's with him in a wheelchair? Who God pushing him around? Can't even wipe his own ass. They got him wearing jumpsuits because they got to dress him. He gave a so-called fake affair where he's supposed to be quiet, right? Yeah, but he's speaking. All of a sudden he's speaking because he's trying to react to what I said about him. So they prayed him out. They paraded him out, right? So it's some kind of men's meeting. Well, I thought you were supposed to be quiet. And then they had to hold him up. Watch it. They had to hold him up the whole time. And he said, as a formal meeting where everybody's there with a suit and tie, he comes in with a jumpsuit on. And somebody holding him, he can't even walk. He wearing a jumpsuit because he can't wipe his own ass, and they have to dress him. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. The sixth seal.
Clip of this lady that was stopped.
They kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested and detained me for 2 days, and I was put in county jail. ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID, and while they were asking me to see the ID, that man, he called me the N-word. They pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. And I was screaming. I was crying. I was so scared. I've never been arrested in my life. I don't have a criminal record. I have a clean record. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And God bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gashes on her face. They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying because she was so scared because she was with her dog. She was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight, and I'll never forget the fear that we both felt in our hearts that day.
Both of them born in the United States of America. Thank you, Justice Kavanaugh, for the infamous Kavanaugh stop. Oh, they ask you for your papers. It's no big deal. Who the hell carries papers in America? We haven't done that in 250 years.
Judge, how far are we from that girl in Gaza who was in that car for hours, hurt, on a cell phone, called an ambulance. The ambulance approached. The Israelis blew the ambulance up, and ultimately they wound up, as I recall, killing the little girl too. How far are we now from that? Because that's where Israel is right now.
Wow. You know what? We got to end on something a little lighter.
See, brothers and sisters, even the devil's made the connection. I tell you what's going on over there is preparation for preparing for what they're going to do to you. I gave you a lot of examples. There's all kinds of reasons. One, first, they don't want you to unite. They're living off you. And they know if you unite, that's the end of them because we're the gods. They know that. But the other thing is just from economic reason. They got the AI, they want to bring AI in, but they bring the AI in. I mean, they don't need you to flip burgers anymore. They don't need you to fry chicken anymore. China's doing that with robots. So they got to pay you, they got 10 people at Burger King, right? So what they got? If they're paying $10 an hour, right? What's it, $150 a day they got to pay salaries? That means that burger that costs you about $3. Burger, whatever it costs, would only cost you about 50 cents. If they just had robots doing it, but they got to pay the overhead. And America's in trouble now. That's one of the reasons why Trump is doing some of the things he's doing, because America's in trouble right now. America's in trouble right now. They can't compete. That's why they put tariffs on, because they can make stuff cheap. Because they got robots and stuff to do it. So in other words, say for instance, they got a robot fixing those burgers, and now they don't have to pay $150 an hour. What's that? It's over $1,000 a month, or whatever, a week, rather, whatever that. They have to pay that. They don't. Let's just deal with this. Let's deal with a day. Well, $100 a day. So they had to pay that. All they got to do is charge this robot. That burger that costs you about $3 a burger, that probably costs about 30 cents, maybe 50 cents. So which one are you going to buy? That's why Trump put tariffs in. So they will come out and tell you exactly why they're doing this stuff. Put tariffs because everybody's bringing stuff in cheaper. America can't compete because they got to pay you. That's why you put tariffs on something, because the thing is, if somebody's selling you a car for $10,000 and you're paying $20,000 for the same kind of car, you say, hell, I ain't gonna pay $20,000, I'll pay $10,000 for it. China's got the best electric car on the planet, but you don't see them here. And they're like half price of the cars, and they're better. I'm not going into details about it. So they say, okay, we sell Ford SUV for $40,000. You make an electric one for $20,000. And it's better. Who you gonna buy? You gonna buy a $20,000 one. You said, no, we'll put $20,000 tariff on it. So now you gotta pay the same price as the other one. That's what you understand it? See, stop watching NFL and NBA, because that's what you're gonna be watching when they come to cut your goddamn head off. You've been told, I'm not here to save you, I'm here to give you information. You have to save yourself. There's bullshit about Jesus and everything. They come to save you. No, they come and give you information to save yourself. Like Elijah Muhammad said, every tub has cells on bottom. I'm not here to save you. I'm here to give information to save yourself. Because what happens, it says when that time comes, the lamb and the elect are taken out of here. So that means you're still here by yourself. Is that too complicated to understand? You got to save yourself. The Levites got to save themselves. They are giving information. People sit in dark and see the great light. I give light. Now what you do with it? America has no choice. There's this guy run for president out of Texas. I can't think of Bozie or Bozak, some whatever his name was. When he was running during the election, they asked us, well, what about AI? How are we going to deal with that? People lose jobs. Said, well, we're going to give them a check. Really? Oh, so now you don't have a job and you're home. They're going to send you a check every week. So now you just lay back and watching the bill and you believe that? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're here now. You ain't weeks and years away anymore. Because Matt Muhammad is going to make his move. I'm going to show you that in a minute. When he makes his move, the economy is going to collapse. There won't be any food at Walmart. There won't be any food at Popeyes. And you want to go to Walmart anyway. Because that place will be cleaned out in an hour. And you'll be in there and you're going to be fighting. You'll be fighting for your life. Because people snatch stuff around your hand. And you don't want to be the Hulk come out with a whole basket full of stuff, whoop everybody's ass. Because they're going to be waiting outside with your guns to blow your head off and take your car. Even if you do get home with it, how long is it going to last? And you better not buy nothing to cook, because there's not going to be food in America. If you got something you're cooking and you're down in Miami and you put something on the stove, believe me, somebody in Alaska is going to be able to smell it. This is that stupid-ass Farrakhan. When Elijah Muhammad was around, he said, store food, it made sense because we was all together, like a fortress. But now you're all over the place. So you out there by yourself, you're going to be the food. And that sister, how do we allow that? We're supposed to be a nation, and we allow this evil devil nation to do stuff to our women? And we claim we men? We're a nation, we can't defend our own women? Then you ain't shit. I mean, that's basic. That's basic instinct. They took that away from us too. This is a crime they count on it. There shouldn't be no press conference. It should be a funeral. We got to protect our women or we don't deserve them. And believe me, brothers, I can't get so close over to you. There will be a judgment when we get home. There will be a judgment. The Bible tells you there will be a judgment when we get home. You'll be questioned. And if you was one of those guys out there, you might have made it, but you still be questioned. So if you're one of those brothers, dogs, you're fish bumping, where your sister's being beaten, raped, and everything else, oh, that's been made known to everybody. You see if your sister will be messing you in. You might as well be a monk or go get castrated, because ain't no sister have anything to do with your ass. Nothing. They found that's what you was about when they was being pressed and raped and beat, and you didn't give a damn about your ancestors. You didn't give a damn about your ancestors. Now, if you had no knowledge whatsoever, maybe. But after Elijah Muhammad, and there's books and stuff out there, but no, you had time, NFL had no time to read a book to find what they did to us. And now you fist bump, you're forgiving all that? So you didn't get, if you forgive them for what they did, that's that bullshit Christian shit. That's what the Bible says. It says, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. He said, forgiveness is mine. Forgiveness, I will repay. We're going to show you those things. So if you want to forgive them, and that means you don't give a damn about what happened to your parents and your grandmother and all that kind of stuff, then when you get home, right, then your descendants are not going to give a damn about you. Warning, brothers and sisters. Okay, now I warned you. It said peace and safety and sudden destruction. It said the nature of it would be like, won't be instant. Like a woman, you know, the word was broken now. One thing after another. So before October 7th, 2002, 2 years ago, they were talking about peace and safety. Oh, we're going to have a Bell Road, and we're going to have Abraham, what do they call it? The Abraham Accord. And he had Netanyahu, somebody, see, things working out, man. We're going to have peace with everybody. We're going to do all this stuff. I said, no. It says when they start saying it, that's when hell is going to break loose. And that's what happened. Because they was doing that, and then suddenly, abomination of desolation, October 7th, started. And all that peace and safety shit is gone. I warned you about it. Here it is. And it said, none of them will escape. Was Israel? Move on, brother and sister. Where Farrakhan? That's what he told you. He warned you. The problem of a great nation, right? That's during COVID, right? McCoby. That's no thing, you know. I talked about Kobe in the 2000, right? He didn't say a damn thing about COVID. I guess he got it mixed up. You know, about 7 months later. I told you about it before. See? 1619, 2019, 1 year then immediate plague that will kill the firstborn, pass over us, firstborn elder. That's exactly what COVID did. It was killing the demons, black-faced devils, but it wasn't killing us. It didn't affect Black Africa. Go check it. It didn't affect Haiti, place where real black people are. They devastated false Israel and America. Okay? But he didn't speak of it at all. Now, I spoke of Kobe. You know, Kobe had a Hispanic wife. Right? And I found Ray Charles did too. Not Ray Charles, James Brown. Say it loud, black and brown. I guess they kept on Lolo. What's the other guy? The guy, what's his name? I forget his name. But you get all across the board. So you mean Michael Jackson? That's what that money to those white kids? See, they're demons. These sisters sacrificed, raped, and everything, suffered. They once maintained our nation because it was a crime for them to have anything to do with us unless Master said so. They would sneak and tell the brothers, "Get me impregnate me, brother," because they figured that our seed would be stupid like we are right now and would retaliate one day. And if they got caught, they'll cut to pieces. Me saying Django, he had to kill one nigga, had to kill another nigga just so he could have one night with Sarah and a beer. They control the whole thing. And so now, here you are, you got two nickels you can rub together, and you go find somebody, a devil or Hispanic, somebody else, you can't find a black woman, a Christian woman to share that with? I tell you, they're black-faced devils. Yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, daddy. Those niggas. Farrakhan's made one. But we're going to separate them in a minute. move on, brothers and sisters. We're here. Now we're in it. The war started in June. Abomination, desolation is a yellow warning you. That's one sign to you. Then the war started. So war broke out in heaven. It started in June. Heaven, the Middle East, any place beyond the sun, moon, star. If it was, how would you know the war broke out there? How would you know that there was stars in heaven? How would you know these things if they're way beyond there? Anyway, the bottom line is that's what happened. And then say be silence for about half an hour. Half an hour is a year. So about half an hour is about 6 months. It's about 7 months or 5 months. It's not exactly 6 months. I rounded out to 7 months because 5 months passed, so it couldn't be that one. So the war broke out. There was such a pause. Everybody said, why did they pause? Why did they pause? The scripture said there'd be a pause. And anyone that's been studying the angel, know anything about it, know I told them there would be a pause before the war even started. Years ago, I told them this war would break out in heaven. Before it did, I said there would be a pause. It's right there in the angel. I talked about it. So it's not like watch the weather, Farrakhan. Remember Armageddon, what broke out 3 years ago? Armageddon, it started. You see any Armageddon? Then God told me, shut up, okay. So there it is. So it happened, and then all of a sudden, it stopped. And it was quiet for about 6 months until the beginning of January, end of December, all of a sudden, they're going to fight again. Is that a coincidence? I told you that would happen. I said it would last about 6 months. That's exactly what it says. You know, right there, 6 months, right? June, right? That's the month it was. July, August, September, October, November, December. Right? So it happened to that, right here in January, and they say it's going to happen. They resume. It started. It started then because they attacked. They started, their first line of attack was they stabilized, start riots, and start killing people and had their Starlink, all that kind of stuff, and they was killing the police officer. It started, and that was supposed to be the first stage, and then it's supposed to follow up with missile attack. But Iran was able to block, so the war started on time. So all right now they building up, and then it's like you the ring. You had the ring, you back your corner, you got fixed up there. Now ring, you get back in the ring, right? And you're throwing. So here you got your plan. Well, I'm gonna throw a left hook, right? And then I'm gonna hit him with an uppercut. So he throw a left hook and he blocks it. See? So that didn't hit him. So I'm gonna get him with an uppercut. That's where you are right now. They blocked out once they come to the next punch. That's what they said. The aircraft carrier. The war started. The battle started. That's where we are right now, brothers and sisters. Stars of heaven's over. The war is on. War is on. Okay. Abomination, that was your warning. Now the war's on. War's on now, brothers and sisters. America's about to get, right? When it says war broke out in heaven. 2 states. Then Michael says Michael's angels fought. Oh, did you notice that part? Why did they say Michael's angels with the war? No, it said war broke out in heaven. There's 2 stages. Then Michael's angels with it. See? So that's where we are right now. Because when it resumes, that's the even wrong way to say resume, because it's going on right now. So the second punch, right? Michael's angels, according to War of the Dragons, angels, House of Sod, false Israel, Gog and Magog, American Britain. Any day now, it could happen while I'm talking. But they're at war now. They say at war. America said, we're going to take them down. They're at war now. It's not a pause. The pause is over. So now they get ready to hit for the next. Because you got people upset. How come they didn't keep on going? They got mad because Iran was able to block that first punch. Go to uppercut now. Okay, we're getting position for the uppercut. That's where we are now. The war's on now, right now, brothers and sisters. Okay? And Iran says, hey, when you throw an uppercut, I'm going to come at you in a whirlwind. I'm going to throw a flurry that you can't. I'm going to throw a flurry that you in the way you're going to, and everyone's going to hit. See? See, Master Muhammad's going to be involved this time. Michael and his angels, Michael's Master Muhammad, he'll be involved this time. So that means that he's either right now or in the process of making himself known to the Shia. It's a process. If it has the process, that's going on now. And that's easy. So we think it's going to happen when he sits down. He descends from heaven in one of the smallest ships, right into Tehran, at the capital, Supreme Leader's residence, and steps out there. You think there's going to be a question that he's not their 12th Imam? Oh, God damn. What you think the spirit's going to be like in Iran at that time? Now you got a 12th Imam there. He come with power. He come on a sleeping, come on what do you call it? Flying carpet. What's going to happen then? I'm not going to give them the details. What's going to happen then? Whoa! It says it's going to be like a whirlwind. They come after America, Britain, and fall like a whirlwind. They're going to light up Gog and Magog. They're going to fly out the Middle East on fire, ass on fire. Because there's going to be abandoned, isolated, under siege. And all it says, doing to others haven't done to you. All they've been doing to Gaza for the last couple of years has been done to them in spades. Isolated, no water, no food coming in. The nuclear weapons neutralized, they won't be able to use them. They said they'll be drinking blood, and father eats son, and son eat father. And the plague of flies, I told you, the plague of flies, as far as Israel, I'm not going into detail about it now. Maybe I talk about those plagues all the time, I'm not sure. I've already talked about it in the past. But the Jewish community is going to go crazy. They'll be all over like plague of flies on Trump. You got to go over and help false Israel. See, because they have drones flying over. The Palestinians got control now. They're going to do to them. Because those people believe in vengeance. They're going to do to them as they've done to them. So they've been doing them, now it's going to be done back to them. They have drones flying over, showing them eating each other. How they desperate. They said it'd be so bad to eat on. How can you eat your own flesh? Some of them eating their own flesh. Damn. You're drinking blood. There's no water to drink. All these sons, some eat fathers. The whole world going to see it. See? They're going to have fun. And over here, right, for the brief time they have on the internet, any kind of media, they're going to be all over them. You got to go and help. And Trump is not going back over there. Because we can't tell the American public that they over there with Master Fard Muhammad, he's over there with his will, and they can't tell them that that's what destroyed their Air Force. You can't tell. You're going to say Russia did it. You can't tell them that. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. The Air Force will have no power, be destroyed. That's going to be destroyed. You say, well, Russia helped it. No. Master Muhammad going to take out the Air Force. And he is going to move on. They're going to first going to take out the whole Middle East, knock out all their installations, everything, all their bases, or set them on fire, right? And then they're going to move their troops in. They're going to take over all those Arab countries. Every one of them. They have control of the Middle East. We expect that's going to happen on us here. I told you, right on time. The war started right on time. Okay. So, let's wait that second punch. And they're moving carriers over the area right now. Everybody's ready for that second punch. No pause, the war's on. Move on, brothers and sisters. So let's look at to it from the angel point of view. Now the angel talks about these trumpets. The trumpets are also the seals. In case you didn't know that. I should know you didn't know it, because those clowns out there, well, I'm the son of man. I'm this, I'm there, ain't goddamn thing. First of all, if you were, you should be able to break down the angel, because that's one of the first things he was able to do. The Lamb was able to break the seals. One thing you broke is wind. See, that's all. Either you breaking wind, or you breathing in the wind that's coming out of Farrakhan's ass because you got your head stuck up there. How's that working? Does that sound like perfume? The brown stuff still tastes like honey? How's the view up there? Yeah. It says the first trumpet, second trumpet, third trumpet, fourth trumpet, then the fifth and sixth. But if you read it carefully, that's where it's in it. But the pattern, to tell you what the pattern is, this pattern holds. Because remember, the trumpet is also the seals. Right? It says that the fifth one is the first one to actually go. And the sixth one is the second one that releases the first four. That's what it says. That same thing happens with, remember, the seals and trumpets are the same thing. So when you go like seals, then you see the seals, the first horse, second horse, third or fourth horse, they don't go until after the sixth seal. The fifth seal is silence. All you got to do is read it. So they got something to say in the first seal, someone hears something, here's a second seal, third seal, fourth, they hear nothing in the fifth seal. Then they hear something again, sixth seal, that's all hell breaks loose. Great shaking, that's the war. So the fifth seal, sixth seal now says, but sixth seal was what told the fifth seal, he was holding back. He says, no, release it. So it took the sixth seal. It wasn't, no, let me put it together. Someone had the sixth seal, control the sixth seal. So the sixth seal, right, had a fixed seal release, first four. So it wouldn't happen until that seal. Who's controlling the seals? The Lamb. So he said, okay, I just released it. Just released it. So now the four seals, four horsemen, getting ready, four horsemen scalping. The silence is gone. Because in the fifth seal, they was complaining. When you going? They was asking the 12th email. When you going to do something? We going to kick their ass. No, I'm not going to do it till your brother Syria is taken down. Once they're taken down, right? But you said you rest up. That's the silence. See? And I'm going to give white robes. Yeah, if you understand angel key for that, that means you're on the second level on top of the Europeans, which means you're in conflict with top ones, was the Gog, Magog, and the Antichrist. So that's where they are right now. They're in contention with them during the silence. See? It says, once your brothers go down Syria, then I'm going to make my move. And that's the fifth one. And then they wait for the sixth one to say, you want to control, tell the sixth one, hey, tell the fifth one release. Boom. So here we go now. You're going to see us any day now. These horses. First horse. First horse, a red horse, a black horse, and a greenish yellow horse. This seal was Iran and Syria. That's the two witnesses. They try to say two witnesses, Farrakhan and Elijah. You don't know what the hell he's talking about. That's not two witnesses. Said two to be slain. Was they slain? Muhammad was never slain. Anyway, the bottom line, that was that. So now, Syria's taken down. This desolation, that yellow light, that's already flashed. I told you, that was a sign to you that this is about to happen. Right? Then Suleiman, so six seal, okay. That's seal, let him go. Right? And then the sixth seal moves. That's part of it. Let him go. He said, let him go. That means that now it's time for sixth seal. Sixth seal is the one that, right? So what happened to sixth seal? That's all these things happen. Sixth seal open, right? Right. So the great shaking. So what's these four horses? In chapter 19, the first horse is Master Prophet Muhammad. The army riding white horses. That's here. First one. They're ready to make his move. You're gonna him and unite with the Shia. Make himself known if he hasn't already. They're going to kick ass. That's the first horse. We talking now. This is going on now. One heaven, first seal. Master Prophet Muhammad. Chapter 19. Then the four winds. He's doing that when he does that. Right? He kicks them out of the Middle East. While Israel is under siege, it's about to go down. The whole purpose is to keep us having our vision. They go down. That means that vision's lost. That means they're not true to Abraham. That means our vision reestablished. So now I got a vision. And that's when the four winds blow. And said, four winds blow, that's when they come together. See the great army. So when that second, you come together, see the great army. That's when they attack you. Four winds blow, that's the attack. Well, that's not it. Well, that's part of it. Anyway, the bottom line, when the four winds blow, that's what the second represents the four winds. Blowing. And after they come together, then we got to separate the demons out. That's what we're talking about, chaff and the wheat. Three chaff for 1 week, whatever. That's no, I'm not going into detail about that. That's separation. So now, Master Palmer comes, kicks him out, destroys the American dream. The economy collapses as a result of that. So the American dream turns to a nightmare. Because it wasn't real. Dreams only real while you sleep. When you wake up, they disappear. They had a dream. They took away our vision and gave us a dream. Dreams are real. Dreams take place while you wake. Dreams take place while you sleep. So a vision is awake, and then you move towards it. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, when winds blow, come together, see the great army. Now you got to separate those demons out from us. Farrakhan, those ancient days just set, cast down Jones, demons, cast Farrakhan them out. Black horse. Let me give you paraphrasing, bro. So I'm just giving you a short version. We close in a minute. And then that's Armageddon. 1/4 of the earth. All this happens. 1/4 of the earth represents America. Earth represents Russia, America, Britain, and EU. And then it was primarily hit with Armageddon, America. It's that one. That's the tribulation. Armageddon over there is European war, tribulation over here. It's that green horse. So I'm just giving you a general maybe tomorrow, means I'll go into more detail about it. I'm gonna close here, bro. Since I'm gonna leave it there and I'll pick up. Depends on how things work out tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. We're here. The war's on. People don't pay attention to them. No skill on my back. I give you information. It's just some man's giving information. If you don't give information, then it's on you. Nobody can say I've been giving information 24/7 for 35 years, constantly, without fail. See, so it's not on me. If you don't accept it, if you don't act, or you don't prepare, it's on you. I'm not here to save you. I'm here to give you information and to get you home if you want to get home. Show you how to get home. Assalamu alaikum.